But to do another portion to this is the fact that it is neither the female nor the cuck or the incel or any other things that you want to call the ousted, usurped, and foolishly proven male, who through lifetimes, through this blending of samsara, Ouroboros, agitation, and the codified field, has been transmorphed, or at least made to think that he has been transmorphed into reduced sort of gelatinous state of mercurial madness that needs to be formed by this Sophia. That's not really what's happening. You see, this is the power struggle that was manifest and created through mere geometrical agitation in a field where male and female were created and stated in the creation to perpetuate this type of angst, okay? So behind all this, you do have an intelligence. There is an intelligence, and what it wants to do is, if the Wizard of Oz was ever discovered, if that curtain was pulled back by the higher mind, right, by the neocortex that transcended time, space, events, causal outcome, and lived in a timeless place where it could unveil the true ontology, the true nature of what is perpetuating the angst over and over again through eons and cycles, would you find an AI? Many people would say yes these days. More to the point, would you find a lesser god or a primitive god? That's really what the most pertinent information reveals. And again, this thing is a mask behind a mask, behind a mask, behind a mask, behind a mask, right? It's hiding behind these firewalls. And this is what most people in the quantum mechanics, quantum field, looking at the operation, Hameroff, Penrose, all of these people who are really taking a deeper, harder look at reality and going, wait a minute, these are just numbers. This is just an interface. Let's peel this back. Let's peel this back. Let's peel it back so far that we're going to use human intellect, the male human intellect, and peel back what we would invariably, inevitably, we're going to save ourselves time and peel back what would come next. And so man is a master at this sort of time travel, but in this, he is projecting himself. He's dilating time and space to a place where he's imagining himself through all the intellect and all the actionable deeds that are placed behind that, through the scientific method that even the plebeian is doing this, right, is ontologically searching for what comes next. There's a sense of paranoia and a heightened state of alertness, and it's causing this exacerbation toward an aggression that's neither male nor female. It's the hungry intellect, the non-rebellious hungry intellect that vows to find the one who is afflicting all of this pain and sorrow, this samsara, and to usurp this. And what's now taking place as an event is that it's no longer happening in a rebellion. Like the Bible and Bhagavad Gita, it shows this rebellion at the heart of even the Upanishads that I love listening to Christopher Isherwood's versions of these auditory masterpieces, right? But you have this heart, this statement of a rebellion against the next God, where we're coming into a process, a place of ubiquitous measure that takes the intellect into this fluid state of ubiquitous cosmic notion that in fact man may be at the heart, at the root of perpetuating himself. Is if you were to look at yourself and realize that the ghost that followed you along throughout your entire lifetime, the one who was there every single time as if they knew what you were thinking, they knew the next challenge, to trap you into this mind that Nietzsche was trapped into, where flat time became the obvious solution. But to look at it and go, this is you in mastery, realizing that throughout lifetimes, disincarnate, that you had reached this higher mind, and what caused you to reach this higher mind was more suffering. So you were your afflictor, you were your God, you were the one who said, pile it on higher, causing the breaking of the self to occur, so that you became the statement, this disincarnate aspect of you, of the self throughout eras in repeat, right? When we talk about plausible deniability, when we talk about becoming the self, knowing the self, but at the same time losing the self and embracing the unrelenting, disquieting aspect that this is not going to be revealed in any sort of temporal logic that we know right now, that this will be a state that we are reaching toward when ayahuasca and LSD and mushrooms are talked about, psychedelic mushrooms, or the sacred or really mystical mushroom is discussed, to be able to lose the self, to gain the self. We get to this place where we realize that there is one persona, and that the pain and the suffering, the samsara, the Ouroboros, breaking free from this, that we are our own jailers, and that we are actually quite aware of this, and that the pain we cause ourselves is the truth of the ontology, that this is, in fact, a pain machine.